Hey guys, in today's video we are going to solve one more LeetCode question, that is question number 1137, that is nth Fibonacci number. So this is similar to Fibonacci number but a little bit different. As we can see in the question itself, it is defined what is Fibonacci series. So here 0, 1 and 2, these are three numbers initialized and the rest of the series are the sum of the previous three numbers, which is kind of similar to Fibonacci series because in that we used to sum up the previous two numbers, and in this way we used to form the upcoming series. So in this question, as we can see that n is 4, so the fourth Fibonacci number is calculated as 4. So let's see how we can solve this question. So in this question I have made a series of all the numbers where we need to understand that these first three are already initialized, correct? So this is 0, this is 1 and this is 2. Now if I'm saying I have to return n equals to 3, if this is the question where n is equivalent to 3 and I have to return the third Fibonacci number, in that case what I'm saying, simply add these last three, simply add the previous three numbers before this index, that is 2, 1 and 0, and return it. So the answer for n equals to 3 will be 2, correct? And we can see that the next number in our series is 2 and we will return it as an answer. If n is equivalent to 4, then what we are saying, add the previous three numbers before this index. So if this is 3, then what will be the last three previous number for calculating 4? These three, correct? So for n equivalent to 4, what we are going to do, we are going to add up the previous three numbers, that is 1 plus 1 plus 2, and that will be 4. In same manner, if n is 5, so we will do the same thing, previous three numbers. So these will be the previous three numbers and the sum will be equivalent to 7. So this is 7, I wrote it 8. This is going to be 7. So in this manner we will continuously calculate the series. But as we can see that we only need previous three numbers in order to calculate the upcoming number. There is no need of creating a data structure greater than that, right? So if we know that we only need three previous numbers in order to calculate the upcoming number in the series, then what we can do is we can simply keep three variables named as a, b and c, and we will keep on updating these a, b and c. So for first, what they will be, so initially they will be equivalent to 0, 1 and 1. Now if n is 3, what I am saying, simply simply add this and return, so this will become 2, and I am saying just shift these values by 1. So now a is going to be updated with b value, that is 1, and b is going to be updated with c value, that is 1, and c is going to get updated with the most recent sum, so this will become 2. Again, if n is 4, what I am saying, simply add these three numbers and return, correct? So if n is 4, then this will be 4, and then again I am going to do the same thing. A is going to get updated with b, that is this, b is going to get updated with c, that is 2, and c is going to get updated with recent sum, so this is 4. Then if n is 5, then what I will do, I will simply sum them up and return, so this is 7, and then again the same procedure will repeat. A will become 2, b will become 4, c will become 7, and then again we will add them up and we will return the answer. So in this manner we can simply solve this question using three variables rather than using a complete array or any other data structure. So in this manner, what will be the time complexity of this approach? The time complexity of this approach will be big O of n, because in order to return the nth number, firstly we need to calculate the nth number in the series. So for that we have to do all these calculations. So for that the time complexity will be big O of n. And space complexity, as we are not using any data structure, we are simply using 3 variables and we are keep on updating them. So that's why our space complexity is going to be big O of 1. So this is the most simple and straightforward algorithm for this question. So now let's quickly code this whole solution. So we are going to do firstly in Python. So what we are going to do is, firstly we will define an edge case, that is if n is less than 3. So we know that less than 3 we will be returning 1 if n is there, else if n is 0 we will return 0, right? Because the first 3 numbers are 0, 1, 1. And then we are saying let's define our variables, that is ABC, which is 0, 1 and 1. And after this we are going to run a loop for I in a range from 3 to n plus 1, because till 2 we do have values. So from 3 onwards we will be running this loop to n plus 1, where plus 1 will be excluded because we know range function will take only n values, it won't take plus 1. So what we are doing inside this loop, we are going to update our A, B and C. So A will become B, B will become C and C will become sum of A plus B plus C. And after stepping out of this loop, we are saying our C will be having the most recent sum, which will be n in our case. So we will be returning C at the end. So now let's quickly run and check whether this has been accepted or not. So we can see that this is accepted. So now let's quickly code our Ruby solution as well. So in Ruby as well we will do the same thing. If n is less than 3, in that case what we are saying, return 0 if n is 0, else return 1. And after this we are going to define our A, B and C, which is equivalent to 0, 1 and 1. Then we are saying run a loop from 3 to n dot each and do I. And inside this we are going to update our A, B and C with, again same thing, B, C and A plus B plus C. And after this we are saying return C. So now let's run this as well. So we can see this is also accepted. The runtime is not accurate, so we can simply ignore that. But we know that our solution passes all the test cases. So this was the whole explanation and solution for this question. I hope this video was helpful for you all. And if you really find it helpful, then I will really appreciate your like, share and subscribe. And I will soon come up with more such questions. Till then, keep messing with algorithms and thanks for watching.